Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome back to Assassin's Creed Odyssey, where we are confronted by an increasing amount of things that we cannot do just yet. There are a couple cultists that we cannot fight because we are still just a bit too under-leveled, should I say, to take them on. One specifically that I attempted to fight in a boat, but there's also a couple guys on land. Artemis also has her Artemis quest. Her Artemis request quest. Say that 5 times fast. And that would end her quest line. So there's a few things that are on the horizon as things that cannot be done just yet. Almost. I'm level 46, so I'm almost there. Plus, I've got plenty of stuff to do anyway. One being the actual discovery of the remaining cultists, the discovery and elimination of the remaining cultists, but also the discovery of the remaining key to Atlantis, of which I do not know where I should even begin to look, but most likely that might solve itself, because eventually I might reach a point where I might need to level up, and there are still a lot of quests, and most of the time it seems that regular quests do lead to the key to the Atlantis. Right now, the only quest I have that explores old things that I actually I've kind of skipped out on, is this rusty armor set that I'm collecting for just some random archaeologist dude I met. So I might pursue that first, once I get to the point in which I'm just doing quests to level up in order to bring me back, in order to level me up to 50, so I can take on these tougher challenges. But for now, I'm slowly making my way towards Achaia, I believe is the name of the area. There is apparently a cultist there who... Let's take a look at him. No, not that one. This one? No. I could have sworn I was looking at a very specific individual, but I could also... Oh yeah, Pallas the Silencer. That's the one I was looking for. He can only be fought on Achaia's battleground for the big conquest battle, but only when you're fighting for Athens. So in order to defeat him, I'm going to have to go to Achaia, lower their defenses to the point in which I can start the conquest battle, and then fight for Athens. Which, if it's a defense, that might be easier. If it's an attack, then I might have to do more. And also, the underwater ruins of Dystopian kind of sounds cool. So, I'm just going to go to the underwater Oh, by the way, and what's even better about going underwater these days is I have I can just keep breathing. I don't need to worry about air. Why are the fish... Are the fish always like this? Huh. That's on land. Interesting, though. I mean, there's not really much to this place besides just being a treasure area, but still interesting. But yeah, right now my goal is to kind of make my way up to Achaia. I have not explored that area at all. Like, this area, as you can see, like, I haven't even been here once. So, I suppose that'll be interesting. You know, as I would imagine that any citizen of this area would probably be it would probably be safe to be wary of Cassandra. Just be like, "Oh, have you seen this woman enter town? If so, keep a very close eye on her at all times." Ah, damn it. Because, like, she's unseated thrones. For some reason, I thought the viewpoint was above this building. It is actually above that building. But these guys, they don't climb. You know, according to this game, people celebrate the gods by doing what they do in order to demonstrate their fealty. Like, the followers of Aphrodite are like, I think they're those ones are the ones that seem to like, let's have sex at all times, because that's what Aphrodite would want from us. Would the people over at the Temple of Hades be like, oh look, she's murdering some of the guards. That means she loves Hades. Good job, fellow worshipper. Good job. I mean, maybe even Ares, too. I mean, like, you can bring some friends over, like, start stabbing fools, be like, I'm celebrating, I'm worshiping Ares. It's the way to do it. He would be happy. Actually, I take that back. It seems that guards are pretty wary of Cassandra, because anytime I get, like, nearby a leader's house, they're like, hey, what are you doing over here? Get the hell out. Like, I can't even, like, walk onto the grounds without them wanting to murder me, so maybe they are doing a very good job. Now, the region of Achaia has Athenian leadership, so it's going to be a little bit odd considering that I'm a Spartan citizen who is running around destabilizing the Athenian leadership, and then until the point in which a whole battle can be fought over who controls this area, and then fighting alongside the Athenians to fortify them against the Spartans, because I have a cultist to kill, and they are more important than the war effort. But first, hello, sir. Hello, Mr. Mercenary. How do you do? Would you like to be murdered? Perhaps by me. I can arrange this. Why are these everyday citizens getting in on this fight? Like, am I going to have to kill a dog? Am I going to have to kill 2 dogs? Yeah, it seems like for the longest time they didn't care about me killing any mercenaries. And now whenever I try to fight mercenaries, they care. Oh well. I guess they only cared enough for me to actually fight him. Fight her, should I say. But they didn't care enough to worry about adding on to my notoriety. And oh. Oh, you. Oh! It's wild boar against injured jaguar. Who will win? I think that's a jaguar. It could be something else. Should I... Oh my. It might actually be the jaguar. Yeah. Ooh, and that jaguar almost killed me. Almost. Now, let's see. Does this place have the ability to summon reinforcements? Ah. Darn pigs. Can't they see I'm planning? There we go. Okay. It doesn't look like they have the ability to summon reinforcements, which is fine. I mean, that just means I don't have to worry about setting any traps or nothing. Yeah, there's not that much going on in this camp. Just seems a bit of a run-of-the-mill base. They're not even defending the entrance. It's like they're asking for some sort of ragtag Mythios to break into the camp and kill everybody. Nope.
That's all. I should go look.
Yes, go by yourself. Notify nobody to your presence.
Maybe the bird flew away.
Okay, so that wasn't a stealthy kill, should I say. But nobody heard it, so does that count as a stealthy kill? In my books, I will say the answer is yes. And that's true. Nobody actually saw me murder them. Ooh. He's kind enough to, no, there's this other guy who's coming up. But this guy is kind enough to place himself at an angle that he can't really be seen by others. Although I can't climb that ladder with this guy kind of wandering in the way. Nope. There we go. Let's try that again. Can I throw him through that gap? No, I cannot. Oh, that... I'm not paying attention to whether these regular attacks are enough to kill, or whether I have to do a critical strike. How about you? And what direction are you looking? You're looking away.
What do you think you are doing? Yeah! She's dead!
Ah, come back. Ah, but only he's around to notify anybody of my murder, which he somehow did, despite the fact that he left. That he didn't actually notify anybody. Like, they use psychic powers to tell people of my crimes. I understand. You know, just looking at it, it doesn't seem as though Akia has much going for it. Although, to be fair, it doesn't seem to have any story significance. It's all the way at the end of the game. It's covered in mountains. Like it's amazing when you consider how much content exists in this game that is not going to be experienced by all of its players, let alone by players who just finish the game once. Outside Xbox did a video in which they talked about things that modern gamers would experience if they go back to old games. And one of the things they said that people would experience is the fact that they probably won't beat old games, which I find a bit of an oddity. Because I know a lot of people who don't beat new games. Consider every time that you win an achievement or a trophy, you could look up how many people have that achievement and how many people have that trophy based on how many people own the game. And it'll give you a percentage next to the trophy or the achievement and tell you how many people have earned that trophy or an achievement. So when you get to games that give you trophies or achievements for completing just regular stuff, just the story content. And I'm not talking about, like, the content where it's like, you defeated this boss without using any health potions. I'm talking you beat the boss, you saw the credits. Like, the one that comes to mind specifically is Bloodborne. If you look at the percentages attached to its trophies, for all three of its endings. Each ending has about, like, 10% of players had acquired that trophy, about. Like, 10 to 15%. So if you assume that everybody only beat it once, then essentially that's basically saying that only 30% of players, or 30 to 45% of players, have actually beaten the game. And to be fair, I'm picking on, like, one of the hardest games. Oh, hello. This temple seems darker than most. There's a shelf in the way. So I feel that, like, these, like, there are still plenty of games that can be used as examples for, like, that's not really a past thing. That's that's still a modern day issue in which there are plenty of games that haven't been beaten. For me especially, like, there are games like Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands is an example of a game that I have yet to beat. It's just really big. I started it, got distracted by something else. I started Sekiro. I have not finished it. Damn it. Take. There we go. Oh, the loot. Oh, and my bounty's gone. Huh. Is there something I'm missing here? Because... Oh, yeah. So, like, I look at this game, and I wonder what the what the achievement percentage is, for not just for people who have completed the Odyssey, but for like people who have done all of the cultist missions, should I say, unlocked Atlantis. Like, how many people have beaten this game to the point in which they've seen the end credits? And that's just going to see the end credits. I'm not talking about the idea of somebody like playing this game to the point in which they've played as both Cassandra and Alexios, and they've beaten the game as both Cassandra and Alexios. Because in order to ask that of somebody, that's basically like saying, hey, we've got this 60 to 70 hour game. Would you like to play it twice? And when you consider that, that's like 140 hour of just Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Which kind of brings to mind this interview I read of... what was the name of the guy who developed... Tim Schafer. Yeah, the developer of, like, Grim Fandango, of Day of the Tentacle. Like, he was doing an interview where he was talking about why he doesn't do... somebody asked him if he was going to do, like, a sequel to a game. Because he's done a lot of original games, but never really any sequels. Like, there's no Full Throttle 2. There's, like, Day of the Tentacle is technically a sequel because it follows characters of Maniac Mansion, but he didn't Tim Schafer didn't work on the original. I want to say that was Ron Gilbert, but I could be horribly wrong. But he said that he let's say if he did do a Day of the Tentacle 2, then there wouldn't have been a Full Throttle. If he did a Full Throttle 2, then there wouldn't have been a Grim Fandango, because development time does take time away from other projects. And in a sense, I guess I'm arguing that let's replace this bull dash. Just try that out. Like, games, the actual playing of games, especially when you get to really, really big games, strange how there's no city to explore in that direction. Okay. Especially when you get to, like, the really big games, like Assassin's Creed Odyssey. the more time you play one game, that means less time you have for others. If you're just playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey once, that's a whole 70 hours of... Oh, hello, how are you? Just passing through, don't mind me. Keep up your work impaling dudes on spikes. I'm not gonna get in your way. Like, that's a whole bunch of time that could have been spent on other games. Now, I add on the idea that you're also playing it twice. That's a good, like, 140 hours that could have been spent on other games. And by spending it on Assassin's Creed Odyssey, there are other games that you could have played during said time that you did not. And then consider the fact that unlike the development of games, like let's say you make a developer makes a sequel to a game, and then it's like, well, they worked on the first one, and now they worked on the second one, so they don't really have time to work on a different game. I suppose they might have come up with ideas for stuff during that time that they couldn't work on. But consider, like, the idea of playing games. During that time that you spend 140 hours playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, how many games have come out? Ooh. This is a cult-related temple. Let's stop by. Say hi. So the idea that you'd be spending so much time playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey means that you also have to ignore oh, this is pretty big. It's not that big. And it's all level 50. I'll come back later. But you also have to ignore every new release. Like, I've only played Sekiro for about an hour before moving on, because I haven't really had time. That's not... Other games that are kind of on my to-do list are like, there's Persona 5, there's several Yakuza games. Or Yakuza. I don't know the correct pronunciation. So the act of spending so much time in one game means you are not spending any time in another. But I suppose this also ignores one basic fact of gaming. Are you having a good time? If the answer is yes, then sure, that's fine. Ultimately, you're supposed to be... That's the point. If you're just kind of completing a checklist, just to say you've done something, I don't know, doesn't seem quite as interesting. Which might explain why I'm not really big into achievements and trophies. Now, finding that that specific temple in the middle of this area is a little bit, I think, both fortuitous and interesting. Because, for one, it wasn't on the map. For two, it's level 50 enemies, which is an interesting discovery because the Akia region is labeled as 46 through 46. which does not really offer much room for variety in levels. What that means is I would imagine that might mean that is going to be where the final cultist is going to be residing, if I had to guess. But that I'll have to find out later.
They'll be watching for me. I need to be careful.
Alright, now we have another Athenian camp. Can I sneak up on you? Yes, I can. And I will throw you that away. Lunch is on me tonight, wolves. Aim at this person. There we go. Why do I need a critical attack to kill a sleeping man? Seems a bit much. Alright, so we've got two people who are awake. Let us start with this person who is awake. Oh my gosh. That was not what I wanted. Oh no. I did not realize that was a feature. Is the guy in the tent going to burn alive?
Someone deal with that fire. Somebody get water! I'm on fucking fire!
Is he gonna live? Yeah, that would be one way to wake up, I suppose.
This killer is no amateur. Let's see if you can use your weapon.
Okay, so I didn't expect the tent to start on fire. Alright, no shield for you. Oh yeah, I was gonna try this, So basically it gives you a free dodge bonus. See, now that I've realized I can burn down tents. Although it doesn't really burn down the tent. It just kind of sets it on fire. And now it makes it all black and smoky. Alright, so this place looks like it has various people running about. But I can critically assassinate this guy. That takes care of the captain. Oh, hello. And then there's this guy, who's just... Oh! He knows exactly where he needs to stand. How very kind of him. Now, I believe I need to lower the... I don't have to lower the nation's strength completely. Just so it's down to like 1/3 strength, I think. Now, is he facing... He is not facing me. Now, what would probably make this a lot easier is if I could figure out where, like, the, where the nation chest is. Because that does a lot of... does a lot when it comes towards weakening a nation's strength. Let's just murder. Don't worry about it, citizen. Also, a little bit of theft. Don't worry about that one, citizen. Alright, so there's this camp that's over here. The captain is nice enough to be standing at the end of this row of bushes. And that guy wasn't standing nearby, but he was willing to move himself. Which sometimes you can't ask that for everybody. Oh, where are you going? Yes, ignore the dead body on your left. And I will toss you in the pool. Because for some reason, I think that is funnier. Or at the very least, more interesting. What way is he facing? He is facing away.
Someone got in.
Alright, let's take this fight indoors.
You'll die by my hand.
So that nobody can witness it. Cassandra uses curved swords. Curved swords. Okay, so there's only one guy way over there. So I'm going to start my siege of this boatyard on the far side. Because clearly they weren't paying attention to the fact that this assassin, unlike some of her predecessors, can swim. His lucky lion fang did not save him. I was thinking of carrying him all the way to the water, but I'm like, that's a long way.
Apparently, the commander has never lost a single battle. They say it doesn't matter if he's bleeding or not. Being around him keeps you safe. Why am I having trouble believing it? If it's true, we better count ourselves lucky to have someone like him leading us.
Alright, that's 1 out of 3. Who spotted me? Ah, this guy. Oh well. Still, overall a success. I missed quite a few guards in my little search of the area. Let's see, there's one thing to loot, there's 2. Okay, so at the very least I figured out where all the loot was. You know, this is the leader house. I don't have any intentions to really run around here, but I am very close to being able to start the conquest battle. So what I'm wondering is, if I set their supplies on fire, will that be enough? Conquest battle now available. That was enough. And so this means, there we go, there's the conquest. It is a hard battle for Sparta. It is a normal battle for Athens. So, very least, it won't be that difficult. Now then, I may have been the cause of all their suffering.
Eagle Bear, maybe Athena walks with us after all if you're here.
What's going on?
Those shit-eating Spartans have us pinned down here. We could use someone with your skills in the coming battle.
My blade is yours.
You'll get your share of the spoils. But first, victory!
I can't remember where this quote was. Oh, no, it was from Spectre. I am the author of your pain. I don't know if that's a good line or a really dramatic line. I'll let you be the judge. Oh yeah, I'm fighting Spartans now. Oh, enemy captain. Nope. There we go. Ooh, another enemy captain. I've definitely pumped all of my points into assassination. Oh, hold on. Where is this other enemy captain? He is there. Die, Polyphontes. Whoops, wrong button. Oh, and now is this where the cult... Yep, there he is. And that is the reason I am here today. Nope. There we go. He's got a lot of health. Although I suppose he is the cultist. He should be tougher than the regular captain. There we go. I wonder if you can dodge during your adrenaline move as well. And he's dead. Which means that specific cultist chain has been revealed. The undiscovered sage. He wields a mace. He is a strong man. He is the legend. A mercenary. He is...
Past, present, and future. Kneel to the cultists of Cosmos.
Interesting. So he's the toughest mercenary. Because looking at the tier of mercenaries, Exekius the Legend is also tier 1. Huh. Location currently unknown. Alright. Now that we have defeated that cultist, I suppose we might as well just finish this fight. Oh, another captain. Oh, captain, my captain, will you die? Oh, damn it. And there's the pole march, I believe. Pole mark. Oh. And another one right next to him. Oh my. See, like, on one hand it feels like I'm just kind of repeating the charged attack these days, but on the other hand it does a lot of damage. Kind of like the same way I'm kind of spamming this attack over and over again. Although that guy seems to have a ton of health. Is that enough for this conquest? I think it is. Now, here we are arriving on the island of Delos, where there is apparently a rebellion in place. And the cultist in charge here is basically, like, by helping the rebellion, I will be able to reveal the cultist. In theory. Let's find out. So that means, in theory, there should be quests for me to complete.
The birthplace of Apollo himself. Impressive.
Though I don't quite see anybody offering quests.
Part sanctuary, part treasury. I wonder if the Zillions left any silver behind.
You want to start trouble?
Just running by, trying to identify locations is all. Don't mind me. You cannot stop my serpentine pattern.
Those lions are impressive. I wonder what they're guarding.
Thank you for watching. Questions, comments, recommendations for something to play next? Comment down below or send it on over to itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. That's itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. So long for now.